The doctor in front of your name.
I think it's amazing how you give back. There's a saying like, as we reach forward, we reach behind us also to kind
Sure.
of like pull up other people. And it's like hearing about how you were poured into by all these amazing people, but you also make it a point to pour into other people. And I wonder,
Sure.
like, was that just like a life lesson, or is that something you saw from somebody else?
Yeah, you pay it forward because if somebody thought enough of you to help you, it's your responsibility to help someone else. You know,
Absolutely.
and it's no problem me helping nobody else because I'm very secure. I'm not threatened by nobody. As a matter of fact, I want you to be better than me. I want you to come and blow the audience up and make my job harder and make me go on stage and have to really work to get the audience back where you had them. I was never threatened or intimidated. It just made me a better comic when you got some, because some of those guys used to bring the heat. I'm talking about be real funny. Your butt is backstage and you nervous. Can I bring that same energy? But that stuff don't do nothing but make you a better performer. Um, but it's important to pour into young comics, and that's one thing that they don't really do a lot anymore. This is what young comics have told me that nobody's reaching back, advising and helping. Like I would pull. Like I remember one time, and I hope nobody. I saw something that B. Simone did on stage that I thought that she could actually do better. And when she came off stage, I took her back in my dressing room and I got in her face. I said, "Look, here's how you could have done that." And I'll never forget it. The very next night, I think we were in Houston, and she did it exactly the way I advised her to do it. And I just remember standing on the side of the stage, jumping up and down, my fist balled up, and everybody's looking at me like, "Why you?" So I'm like, "Yeah, I coached that. I
Yes.
coached that." And when she came off stage, she was high fiving me. If I could be a comedy coach, because sometimes being on the side of the stage, you see things from a different perspective from younger comics, and you pull them to the side. And if they allow you to, which 99% of them, they'd be glad that the OG is speaking to them and speaking into
Yeah.
their performance and giving them advice. So they really appreciate it, and I appreciate doing it.
Yeah. And you said like in the industry, it doesn't happen too often anymore. Why is that?
Well, correction is frowned upon. That's just today's
Okay.
society.
Okay.
Back in the day, you get cursed out for,
Yeah.
for making certain mistakes on stage, from an older comic, and you just had to take it and do better, or
Yeah.
if you want to keep your job for the weekend, so you know, uh, some people just kind of keep it to themselves, and because they don't know what to say because society is different now. But I say, hey, if you need some advice, let me know. I kind of start out like that. Yeah, yeah. What you think? I said, okay, well, since you asked, here's what I think you should do, and
Yeah.
I explained it to them, and they really, really, really appreciate it. So,
Yeah.
that's my job because, man, I was trained. I'm a trained comic, and I was trained by other comics. So, one thing I use, Michael Jordan was probably one of the greatest basketball players of all time, but Michael Jordan had a coach,
Absolutely.
and Michael Jordan's coach had a coach. And if you don't have anybody to correct,
Hmm.
or whatever, you just gonna kind of go, do things your way or
Yep.
whatever. But sometimes, when people set some boundaries for you and guide you in a certain direction, it's
Hmm.
always helpful.
The doctor in front of your name.